All right, we got something crazy today. This is version 2. I crafted this earlier today, and then I went back and refined it best I could. So this is Lutri, Doomsday, Tainted Pact combo something. We played Blue Black Frog Doomsday on Tuesday, and it went quite well, actually. We did lose to a couple mono green devotion builds, but the actual deck itself felt pretty strong. And I was also just kind of browsing and looking at people playing Tainted Pact in one of the Discord forums, and I was like, oh, they're playing Lutri too. I wonder if we could build like Lutri Doomsday. And then I was like, what if we just took Tainted Pact and threw Doomsday in that kind of shell and then added in some Doomsday piles. So this is the second iteration. The first one was kind of similar, but a little simpler. I'm sorry, that was not the first one. This was the first one. A little different, but basically the same. I played a few more tutors. So the base idea is we're a Tainted Pact deck. So if you're not familiar with Tainted Pact, it is a 2-mana instant. You get to exile the top card of your library. You can put that card into your hand unless it has the same name as another card exiled this way. And then you can repeat that until you put a card into your hand or you exile 2 cards with the same name. So you get to just exile until you find the card you want, or if you hit a card of the same name. And fortunately for us, we are playing a singleton deck. So there are no cards with the same name in the shell, which means if we want to, we can exile our entire library, which means we can then win with Jace, Wielder of Mysteries, if we can find it, or Laboratory Maniac. Now, Lutri is important here too, because you can play Tainted Pact, copy it with Lutri. The first Tainted Pact finds one of your win conditions, one of these two, and then, or I'm sorry, the copy finds it, and then the original Tainted Pact that you copied then exiles the rest of your library, blah, 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 and wins you the game. So that's one thing we can do. Funny enough, Tainted Pact also works with Doomsday, which is the other card we're playing because we're having a blast with it. 3 mana, search your library and graveyard for 5 cards, exile the rest. You can put the chosen cards on top of your library in any order. You lose half your life rounded up. So if you don't know how these kinds of decks work, you can go back and watch my last video about Doomsday in a Blue-Black Frog shell. But same idea, you can Tainted Pact and then stack your 5 cards to play like something, something, something Jace. So you exile your whole thing until you find a Jace, you cast the Jace, and then you mill yourself and you win the game. So these two work together quite well as you go. Now, the rest of the shell is basically a Grixis mid-range. However, we're just a very light red splash. Mainly just for a couple cards that contribute to Doomsday piles. Number 1 being Amped Raptor. So if you Doomsday pile, if you cast Doomsday, you can set up Tune the Narrative, Amped Raptor, plus Jace. So most of these are pass the turn piles unless you have a cantrip in hand in the mana. So you pass, you draw Tune the Narrative. This draws you into Amped Raptor. You cast Amped Raptor. That gives you 4 energy. The 4 energy then hits Jace since it's the only card. And then Jace pluses mill the last 2 cards of your library and draws from an empty deck. And you win the game. Along with that, obviously, we're using a lot of the same piles we had from the other deck. So, again, if you're not familiar, you can go look that up. But we have a lot of different lines now. So we have, like, a Reanimator line. So you cast Doomsday, you can go grab, like, Thought Scour, Emperor, Ulamog, Unearth. So you do this, you Thought Scour, you mill Emperor plus Ulamog, you cast Unearth to return Emperor, you activate after you exile Ulamog with Emperor. Hopefully, you know, maybe your Doomsday exiled your Emrakul, which then means this is an exile to put 15 counters on Ulamog, and you swing with a hasty, you know, 22-22 kind of thing. You could do other lines. You can do something similar with like Laboratory Maniac. So you can play Does Machines. You can mill Laboratory Maniac plus like Deep Analysis, and then you can draw into Unearth plus Pact Negation, which means you cast Does Machines. This mill 2's draw 2, discard 2. So you mill your Labman plus Deep Analysis. You draw your Pact plus Unearth. You have to discard something in hand, obviously. You unearth your Laboratory Maniac, you have Pact and Negation backup, and then you cast Deep Analysis to draw from an empty library. So lots of silly things. Obviously, you can like discard your Ulamog to Psychic Frog, reanimate it with Emperor Bones and stuff like that. We're just playing some regular counter spells. We're playing Baleful Strix. A good mix of like discard and some pretty basic interaction here. A lot of cantrips, since Consider also works for some of the piles. And then the other thing that's kind of interesting here is we squeezed in a couple more. So you can also Lelia plus Doomsday, which is, it's kind of like a 2-card combo in a sense. So if you have a Lelia on the field and you cast Doomsday, this exiles all your cards in your library and graveyard except 5. So you can put that amount of cards onto your Lelia. I would probably suggest the full 4 Frozen, unless this is crazy. I played 3 in the Frog deck. So you can get a giant Lelia and swing with that. The other thing we fit in here is Shelldock Isle plus Emrakul. Since this functions if you have 20 or fewer cards in it, you can cast a Doomsday pile and go Shelldock into Emrakul, and then the following turn you can untap Shelldock and cast Emrakul for 1 mana. And then along with all of that, we're also playing Wish so that we can grab a second Doomsday out of the board, but then we also have access to a lot of our sideboard cards in game 1 if we need to. So, yeah, it's just kind of blue-black good stuff, and you might see some more interesting choices, but those are specifically, they're still decent cards, but they just happen to work in possible lines with Doomsday as well. I think that's the most notable things I need to talk about. We're playing a Soren's Ransom. We're trying to play like the best in-slot kind of things that we can. So we're playing like Stock Up, Flow State, Force Negation, you know, that kind of stuff. Counterspell, Mana Leak does some extra stuff. Tameo, of course, and the like. We are playing a Waterlogged Teachings, which can search for instants in our deck. Playing an Urborg, Reflecting Pool mana base, and then a Mistrise Village to help make things uncounterable. And yeah, that's basically it. Sideboard, we'll probably be changing this like we always do, but I just tried to get some useful things. We can actually win through our own Harbinger. If we need to like wish for this, we can go through like it depends, but we can go through like a non-Doomsday route, so that would probably be like a Tainted Pact win, since we are playing both snow-covered and basics. We only have access to 2 black if we Harbinger, so we can't actually cast Doomsday, but we have other routes to go through. You can even win with Tune the Narrative, Amped Raptor into a Jace, that kind of stuff. If you can like exile a lot of your deck and kind of, I don't know, a lot of crazy stuff, but we're mainly just playing some extra interaction. Flusterstorm, Swan Song, Mystical Dispute as cheap counters. We have a little bit of hate for the Grave in form of like Surgical and Soul Guide. Destructor Flute, Damping Sphere, Notch's Revival can rebuy some stuff. Second Doomsday, like I said. Opposition Agent and Avengers Disassemble against land-based strategies and stuff that searches. Extra Damnation, and a Meltdown. So, hopefully, you got the gist. We don't know how it's going to go, but I think this is going to be fun nonetheless, and we're going to go try and win some games. Alright, I'm going to start recording now, because I forgot, but nothing's really happened. So far, we were just swinging at our opponent with a Lelia. We find a Drown in the Lock. So, I'm kind of thinking we just set up a pile here. How do we feel about that? Should we try that? Let's try it. So let's wish. Did I give myself enough mana? I did. So let's wish and let's go set up a Doomsday. We already have an Emperor on the field, so I think I want to mill an Ulamog, but then we have a Raptor too, right? We do. So let's get an Ulamog, a Jace, a Raptor. I want a Thought Scour and Attune the Narrative. And then we'll try to see what he does. What else can I get? I don't really know. Do I need anything else? Am I stupid? I might just be stupid, chat. Sorry, opponent. Let's grab Pact. I don't think. So how do we want to set it up? Do we want to tune plus? I guess it really doesn't matter. We can do something like this. So Thought Scour mills both of these and then draws us into Jace. And then that way, even if we don't play Jace, we can still exile Umad with the Emperor. Let's do that. Sorry, opponent. Sorry. I'm talking through things. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm learning. Don't yell at me. Oh, I guess we could also Shelldock Isle and exile the Umad too. Oh, but fuck! Chat, I always forget about Psychic Fraud drawing me a card. I think we're okay, though. So, what can we do here? We have Jace on top. And we have... Oh, we're fine, right? So we can tune the narrative, draw the Ulamog, cast the Raptor. And then we could play the Jace. And then we can mill ourselves. Yeah! Alright, someone remind me that Frog fucking draws us a card. Jesus. I always forget Frog draws us cards. Wow, that was fun. Chat, that was a blast. I like this deck. I'm not confident we're gonna be winning a whole bunch, but it's fucking fun. This doesn't seem like Jet combo. This just seems like mono black mid-rangey kind of stuff. So I think I just want to chuck in a Damnation. Might be worth it for an Avengers Disassembled, but I'm not like sold. There's not a whole lot I feel like I care about. Maybe an extra surgical if he wants to like Thoughtseize us and stuff. What do we want to take out? Chat, that was so fun. Chat, sideboarding's hard, huh? Because there's so many lines you want to keep in, but we got to think like what are the most probable lines we're gonna do, right? I think we drop an Emrakul. Lelio is also kind of cracked. And maybe we just drop like a cantrip. Like a ponder. Let's do something like that. No. Okay. Okay. Jesus. All right, chat. Okay, we get better. Let's start with an Undercity Sewers. I'll take Flow State. Chet Medallion. You got it, Super Chief. I think I'm just gonna fire off a Flow State right away. Labman, Emperor, plus another land. Let's take a Lab, or let's take an Emperor. So one thing is we can factor our frogs into our piles. I guess you also have to factor Lelia into your pile too, if you have her. I'm just gonna cast an Emperor here. I don't think I'm gonna. This is an instant, right? We might see Emperor get eaten by something. What are we... obviously, I think, like, High Noon's going to be tough. I think Mono Green's... We have a little more removal than before, but I think Mono Green's still going to be a little hard. But I would assume, like, counter spells are just icky, huh? We're going to tune here. Find a Shelldock Isle. Interesting. And we find an Urborg. Not super threatened at the moment. Opponent has no cards. I'm just going to draw a Lutri and pass. We got nothing going on. Shelldock Oil. Phyrexian Obliterator. Steam Vents. Might be worth it for me to just hold on for one more turn before fighting off a Sink, but if he's trying to go for like a Gary here, that hits me down to what, 11? I'll allow it. Okay, second Obliterator. Ouch. Well, we can Sink plus Lutri. He has a Shieldred here, that kind of hurts. Invoke Despair. That takes me down quite a bit, huh? Ow, chat. I'm not drawing much here. Oh my god, what is our opponent jamming? Okay, he has a Gary anyways. So, I think we just go game 3. So we drew a lot of nothing in that case. Which is fine. We're trying to learn quirks of this. We got to figure out what works and what doesn't. Might keep a Ponder in and take out a Spell Pierce. He kept in his... These are Sothera, and I mean, it's a gold player, so I'm not crazy worried about their sideboards. But also, if you have any suggestions, I've never played Tainted Pact before. Ew, this is not. Why is it keep? Why do we keep getting Ulamog? Okay, we can deal with this. Little Akko Taco, but we can at least go fix our mana with the Lorien revealed. And that gives us 4 mana for Deep Analysis. I'm also kind of tempted to... Yeah, let's just get a red source. Okay, that's a good pickup for us. I mean, truly, we might not even be able need to play red. I mean, it's nice to have access. I might as well just draw a Lutri here if I'm not going to do anything. It's nice to have access to, like, Raptor plus Wish. This is sorcery speed, right? Yeah. Okay, there's a Slasher. We find a Surgical. Muy Interessante. I think I'm just going to draw a couple cards. We're going to let the Slasher hit us. Which might be a mistake. We could also Edict plus Surgical. I don't know if I want to waste all that on a slasher, but we're gonna go down to 9. But I think the main thing we just have to play with. Okay, Fraud's a good pickup. Hydra Taco. I found his pensive processor starts invention. If you have no card in your library, win the game. Yes, there's a combo with what you would call it. I think we're gonna play Psychic Fraud here, and then we're just gonna edict our opponent on their turn, maybe. You can play Agatha's Soul Cauldron, Pensive Professor, and what's the card that whenever you whatever? But yeah, then you win with Labman, which is kind of similar to what we're doing. Also, how are you doing, Hydra? What's crack-a-lackin'? Okay, so he fires off a Murderous Rider, which is fine. We have an Unearth if we want to get our Fraud back. But I think we're just going to Edict on upkeep to give ourselves a little bit more time. That's true. We did miss our land drop. Opponent finds a Murderous Rider. Is this if it has no counters on it? That's correct. Okay. Baffle Strix is a nice pickup. I'm just gonna Damnation. We missed our land drop, which hurts. Do I want to Surgical? No, I don't. Bum, boom, bum. Okay. Opponent found an Obliterator. We find a Thoughtseize. Let's Strix first. Raptor. I mean, we could just get Garried here, right? Okay, flex, second Obliterator is fine. Do I want to block? Oh. Interesting. We find Jace. Wow, okay, chat, we missed a lot of land drops. Which hurt quite a bit. I'm just thinking. I mean, we Thoughtseize. I think we're kind of... I think we're kind of dead. Right? We blocked. We're still taking 9. We're going to sack a bunch of permanents. We can Thoughtseize him. Go down to 7 if he has a Gary in hand. Jesus. We do whatever. I mean, we can discard a bunch of stuff. We can try to... I mean, there's not really much we can do here. We'll fly the Fraud. Maybe we should have flow the Fraud first. Find a Duress. Yeah. He's got us. Unless he's just going to play with us, but I don't think he is. So what's our problem with this matchup? We just didn't find enough ways to dig, right? We missed our land drops. We have an expensive hand, and we just didn't find anything to do. And then what happened the other game? We just couldn't deal with big Phyrexian Obliterators, right? What is my opponent doing? I'm just gonna let him kill us. Okay. We're learning, chat. We're learning. We did go off game 1. That was super sick. We'll try it up. Yeah, I'm a mind blower. That was a good pickup for us. Free copies of Starch for casting 100 blue spells. Light Pause. Chat, That's a good one. Lucky for us, we're playing Children's Edict. And I'm going to try a 2-for-1 while we're chilling. Praven! Praven, where have you been? Urborg Coffers combo? We don't even have the good coffers. Or whatever it's called. What is ours called? I don't remember. Do I want to Lelia here and start swinging? Or do I just want to stock up? I think I just want to stock up. Okay, Dismember's interesting. We'll take a Snappy too. Because we have, what coffers do we, no, we have the one that's 3 mana and it only counts basic. Chat, we didn't want a second Spirit Dancer. Streamer, I worked 68 hours last week. Praven, I'm proud of you. Is that what you want to hear from me? All right, we have a little bit of game against Aura. We haven't ran into Auras in a long time, huh? Which I guess is a good thing. Opponents just gassed out of their mind. Double Light Paws, double core. Not good for us, chat. I'm sorry you work so much, Craven. How many are you working this week? Wait, are we playing main damnation? Or did I move that to the sideboard? Chat, we have too many cards. It's in the sideboard, right? No. Yes. Yes. Jesus. I've fallen asleep several times on your stream. Praven? Stop it. Guys, we're getting hit for a lot. And it makes me really sad. Okay, we're dead. Chad, this is not a good first showing. We're learning, and we're trying to improve, and we're trying to get better. Does opposition agent... Chat, we're bringing in opposition agent. We're bringing in damnation. I don't... Avengers Disassembled doesn't seem very good. We're bringing in Harbinger. At me. Fight me, chat. Can't stop me. I don't think Lelia's... I don't think we're really going to win through combat. Do we want to get rid of Emmy? Yeah, let's get rid of Emmy. I don't want to wait 2 turns to try and combo with Shelldock Isle. What else is kind of bad? Everything's bad, chat. I'm going to drop into Duress. Chat, I think our ratios might be off. We need to find a better ratio of, like, counters to removal to actual pile cards. And also, Arena hates me. That's a big fact. Guys, I don't know if you heard the news. Arena fucking hates me. L streamer for streaming so late. I'm sorry. Well, next week, the place I train at is closed. So I'm going to try and do Tuesday. And I'm going to try and stream longer, but also start earlier. Let's Thoughtseize my opponent. Hello, opponent. Thought Partition Doorkeeper Thrall. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Have whatever you want. Thought Partition me, baby. Yeah. He sure got me. And my 2 cards. If he top decked a creature, I will cry. Okay. Chat, we're so good at this game. Might have wanted to keep Shieldred's Edict up, just because my opponent does have a Hammerhand in hand. A Hammerhand in hand. Also, is anyone playing the new red Jumpstart Aura with Flash? That card seems pretty good for an instant speed Light Pause. It's like red. It's a 1-mana aura. Enchanted creature gets like +1/+0 in first strike, but it has Flash. I think. Which seems pretty good. Okay, opponent drew Luris. We find our Blood Crypt. I think we're just gonna hold on to this Edict. Anyone play Star Wars Unlimited here? No. Chat, how do you feel about me flashing in Lutri right now? I feel really good about it. You might say, Plum, why are you doing that? Doorkeeper Thrall. Shout out to my opponent. We're gonna smack him. Yeah. Do I need 5 mana next turn? I might. What does this do? When opponent searching that you exile each card they find, you may play those cards for as long as they remain exiled, and you may... Okay, I know what I'm doing. Is this instant speed? Yeah, it is. What are we doing, opponent? What are we doing? Let's try and cut this down and see if he'll fire off a Shard Mage's Rescue. I don't know if he will. But he might. But no, Brave, I've never played. Am I supposed to play? Is that a thing I'm supposed to do? Second Doorkeeper Thrall! Chat, he's a madman. Let's Deep Analysis and target ourselves. Ooh, chat. Swing 3. Should I just... no, I'll wait. We could just fire off an Edict here. But this might mean Luris plus Hammerhand, which I think is fine. You've been playing some other TCGs? Interesting. Oh. Chat, I think we have to Edict here. Edicts are very good right now, huh? Against the old Auras players. So we're gonna get Hammer-Handed plus Ethereal Armored. Which hurts, again, quite a lot. Or he has second Ethereal Armor. Or Griff Spoon. No, he just has another Hammer Hand. Okay. So he hits us for 7. We go down to 5. Not good, chat. Not good. We do have an opposition agent. So, do we want to go down to 2 and just draw some cards? Or do we just want to ransom? I think I'm better off trying to find another... Going down to 2 and just trying to find another answer. We find a Wish. What does Wish get me? Anything? This Wish really, has not come in that handy. Wish gets me... nothing. Let's Lorien Revealed. And we'll get another City Sewers. And then... we're gonna hold on. And if he has a thing to make it fly, we're dead. If he has a thing to give it trample, we're dead. My brother used to play Flesh and Blood. I think he enjoyed that a lot. What's the other big one that's hot right now? Riftbound? I know Ali and Trazi plays that now. Is that what it's called? I think so. Opponent plays Ethereal Armor. And they're also at 8. Also, if we Doomsday, we go to 1. Does he have haste? He has a Shelter by Ghosts. Okay, so that means we have to opposition agent here. Chat, it's not looking good for us. Waterlogged Teachings. That gets us an instant. What can we do with instant speed things, chat? Anything? Doesn't seem like it. We can get Fatal Push. We can get 4 mana, Fatal Push, kill the Spirit Dancer. But then we have to deal with the other one. Let's Sewers. That doesn't help us. Chat, are we dead, Zo? We might be. Let's Ransom. Let's just see what our opponent gives us. We need, like, a Damnation on top. Which is possible. But even if we get a Damnation, he's gonna Luris Hammerhand us. And then we die anyways. Sorcery? I've heard about sorcery. So chat, what would we have wanted in this matchup? We just wanted more interaction. We wanted more kill spells. Opponent's taking their sweet time. Maybe there's a Damnation, chat. What do you think? Or a Doomsday. What if he's scared of Doomsday, chat? Ulamog. Okay, I don't want any of these. Give me whatever that is. A Snapcaster Mage! Holy shit, chat. What does Snapcaster do for us? Anything? It gives us an Edict. Hell yeah. We're alive for maybe one turn. He probably just has another Shelter by Ghost. So it doesn't really matter. Oh, or he can now this plus Hammerhand. So, we're just dead. Alright. We lost that one, chat. Not doing great so far. And you know what? That's okay. Okay, chat, what is up with Arena giving me Ulamog in every opener ever? Does it just think I like it? Does it just say, hey, Mr. Plum, we think you want this Ulamog? Ruin Crab? This guy doesn't know about Emrakul. This guy doesn't know about Emrakul, chat. Got him. Double Ruin... Oh my god, chat. This guy doesn't know about Emrakul. We're going to get Surgical Extraction. This is going to be funny. But this guy doesn't know about Emrakul. Also, we're playing main deck Jason Labman, so I'm feeling good. We're going to try our best. But this guy doesn't know we're playing main deck Emrakul, baby. Wish. I wish my kingdom for a wish. We're going to swing for one. I'm going to hold up a mana leak. Is that worth it rather than playing Layla? I don't know. I think so. Because what if we accidentally hit our Emrakul? Also, how do I get rid of this? Why is my opponent's stuff on my screen? Okay. Oh, now he notices it, chat. Now he's taking a peek. He's like, what is this guy up to? Ooh, deep analysis. We're gonna swing for one. We're gaming. We're gaming, chat. Do I even want to draw 2 cards? Let's does machines here. We can hold up Mana Leak, and if we find Emrakul, we can discard it, so it's fine. Oh my god, we're gonna get counterspelled. We're gonna get Drown in the Lock, and I'm gonna Mana Leak it because I'm a gamer, and that's what gamers do. We play does machines. We're gonna mill 2. We're gonna draw 2. There's a fucking Doomsday, baby. Let's discard Uli and Deep Analysis. So chat, we did find our Doomsday. I don't necessarily... Emmercool, hello! Long time no see, buddy. Does he have the surgical? No, he does not. Beautiful. Easy game one. Jesus. Let's bring in the Noxious Revival. What else do I want to bring in? See, he's pretty slick mana base. Kind of just want some extra interaction here. Some extra counter spells as opposed to direct... whatchamacallits? Does that feel right? That feels alright. We can probably drop the Betrayal, drop the Edict. Drown's probably fine. We could probably drop a Dismember. What else do we want to drop? Anything specific? Pact's probably fine. Kind of like everything. Do we need a Wish here? I don't think there's... Is there anything in our sideboard we want? Maybe. Let's cut Wish. Let's see how that feels. Alright, so we didn't have the Doomsday. What do they play? Are we assuming... Well, it doesn't matter. We're automatically going to get a free shuffle. But Oh! Chat! Holy shit. Chat, I have to... I keep forgetting to hit record. For those just tuning in, we're playing against Samwise, and we ended up copying his Juggernaut Peddler with our Emperor of Bones, took out whatever, and then we were able to Doomsday into a Raptor pile. Okay. Let's bring in that. Let's bring in the Harbinger. Let's bring in the Surgicals. I think I want the Avengers, and probably the Noxious Revival. Maybe the Soul Guide Lantern, too. Do I need Disruptor Flute? Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot, chat. What's not, like, great here? He's gonna play a lot of little things, so I don't really like these Betrayals. We're on the draw, so I think we can drop, like, a Duress. Gosh, sideboarding with this deck's kind of hard. I think we can drop the Wish. We kind of brought in everything we want to. Maybe we drop the Emmercool package. No, Emmercool does pretty good. Sorry, chat. I think I don't know. Let's drop the Force. Let's keep the Inquisition. Let's drop the Lelia. $61 cards, whatever. Send it. Send it! Also, we're playing against FedEx, chat. Okay. Wow. Hot garbage. Better than garbage. I do like this Raptor just for pure value, but it's kind of awkward to cast. We have a very awkward hand. This Verge is probably going to be our opener into a Doomsday. They're just very fast combo, but I didn't really want to go to 5. He finds a Ritual. Kind of not what we wanted, but that's okay. Disruptor Flute's good. I could just name oh, okay, we're drawing into some good stuff here, chat. I could just name Cauldron Familiar with this, yes, so it can't bring itself back. Sylvan Safekeeper. You got it, Super Chief. Umbral Zealot. think I'm still gonna name Cauldron Familiar. Swings at us for 1. Got it. I'm in. Sacks that for a 2-drop. Gets the Peddler. Pedal to the metal, baby. Might take Mana Leak here. We don't have 2 more black for Doomsday. Takes the Snappy. Okay. I'm into it. However, we do find another black source, which is quite nice. We are facing down a decent array of pressure here. Taking 6 per turn. We're on a 4-turn clock. He might just stick with a ritual here and just keep churning through some uncounterable stuff. I really feel like he doesn't really have to commit to the board very much. I think he can just ride this ritual out against us. Sacks the Peddler, gets a 3-drop, which is going to be a second Peddler, chat. It was a 2-drop. He lied to us. Jesus. Takes the Doomsday. Little does he know we're also playing Tainted Pact. And a second Doomsday, except we took the Wish out, didn't we? Which is fine. Let's just play a Shelldock Isle. Maybe we can hide away something stupid. Not really, huh? Doesn't really matter too much. You know what? Let's Does Machines. We need to find something to not die. I know he has Safekeeper. What do we just mill? Ulamog and discard double Juggernaut. Harbinger isn't really doing anything here since he already has a ritual out. It's funny that that actually gets back our Disruptor. Court of Calling for 1 to go find what? Another, whatchamacallit? Oh, he has the Besieger. Muy interesante, chat. He has the Besieger in hand plus the Might, and he didn't even crack Flute yet. Very patient. I mean, we need a top deck of Damnation, which I don't think we're gonna do. Finds another Peddler. Gross. Yeah, we just got picked apart. Flow state's somewhat relevant, but doesn't do a whole lot for us. He sacks? Okay, so he's hoping he just spins into... Well, there's a lot of ways he can kill us, right? He could play Luris and then cast the cat from graveyard. He can just combo out. He can do a lot. We're just dead here, chat. We're just dead. Oh, that was a bad cut there. That's okay. My music keeps turning out. This video is fucked. Content idea: playing MTG whilst player soccer. A lot of words in there. Whilst. Chat, this does stuff. This hand does things. Wow. Wow, chat, look at that. It does. Wow. What am I getting? A watery grave. Chat, we have an Avengers disassembled. We get to blow up his land and do other stuff. Wow. 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 That's my Owen Wilson. Wow. 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 I'm gonna fucking kill myself. Alright, chat. Jesus Christ. Chat, should I cut down? I'm gonna cut the goose down. You can't fucking stop me. Can't stop this. Where's the peddler? He played a green source, so he doesn't have the peddler. Do these decks play double besiege you? I feel like they do. Okay, that's fine. I didn't really want that, but it's alright, chat. Is this an instant? Oh shit, it is. Hell yeah. He plays Samwise Gamgee. In response, we're gonna flash in Snappy, and we're going to cut it down. Ugh! Got him! You guys fucking hate me, don't you? Swing for 2. How many basics do you think this guy plays? Whatever. Samwise Gamgee again. In response. Do I ransom? Let's see what he does. Let's see what he does. Okay. And he plays a Voice of Resurgence. Alright. I'm going to give him another thingy. Which I think is fine, because we're going to exile his Samwise. And then we're... Oh, we can also just Avengers disassemble him. That's kind of funny. I mean, he gets another thing, but that's okay. Hopefully we get some good cards. Chat, you think he's a gamer? Do you think he... Whoa! Ooh, I'll take 2 stock-ups. I'll take a stock-up. What'd you mill? A Damnation? Hell yeah. That's for nerds. Alright, let's swing 2, because we can. And then I think we're gonna blow up his mana... We're gonna blow up his mana confluence at the same time. And then part of me wants the strategic betrayal. But part of me also just wants to unearth. But we're just going to betrayal him now. Make him exile his graveyard. And pass. Was that a good idea? Maybe. We have a Pact. Nice. There's our lab, man. Let's see if we can find a Doomsday. Or a Pact. There's Doomsday. I'll also take an Inquisition. Do we just want to... Do we just want to set up? I think so. I don't know what do we just want to set up Raptor again? We also can cycle this Unearth into something. What else do we got going? We have a lab man. It doesn't really matter what we do here that much. Okay, so tune the narrative, followed by Raptor, followed by Jace. Watch him like cyborg into Tome Scour and he mills us out. That'd be funny. Okay. I mean, we have Pact back up here too. If we, 2 mana. I mean, we have a lot of stuff here. We have a lab man plus an unearth. I think he's kind of, I would hope he's dead. Chat, this deck's kind of sick. With some tweaking, I feel like we could get something fun here. Takes our lab man. Lets us keep the Inquisition. Does he have a... Interesting. Let's take a peek, see. We could be fucked. We don't know. He has a cord. Oh. He's just dead, right? He can't cord for anything. He can't fragment anything. It doesn't really matter. Chat, we got him! We got him! Wow. To hit the record button. This hand's pretty good. I don't like Emmy, but we're gonna try it out. We're gonna mill to start us off. But anyways, Adelnikov, welcome. Sarah, welcome. Are you guys historic players? Like I mentioned earlier, I don't get a lot of visitors. Historic? Sick. We basically only play historic here. Sometimes we dabble in timeless and pioneer. Oh my god, chat, we're playing the mirror. Not really. Let's push his Strix off a window. Ow. Are we gonna get force negation? I will... Yeah, sure. Beautiful. I'll take that. I will happily get rid of a force negation so that you can block my Baleful Strix. Jesus Christ. Awesome. Love that for me. Sword seems to be where I have the most cards in. Ah, yeah. I kind of along the same... Like, Timeless is a little... not convoluted. Timeless is just very full of slop at the moment. I don't like how narrow everything is. There's like a set of cards you have to play, and that makes me feel bad. You think he has another force? Nice. Good for us, chat. We have ran out of cards to do stuff. Opponent finds a Tameo. We draw into a flow state. That seems pretty good. We'll see if we get countered. Might get forced. Regular counterspell is fine. Let's draw into Lutri. Because we can. But I like Historic because the power level's pretty high, right? You gotta respect Frog, you gotta respect or like Shapeshift and that stuff, but there's at least room to brew. Okay. My opponent just had an entire hand of gas, dude. Holy shit. Frog, Force, Baleful Strix, Counterspell, Tameo, Riddler, second Frog. Jeez Louise. Emperor Bones is interesting for sure. I think it's worth us exiling our own Strix to have access to that. So we can, this is instant speed, right? So we can at least try and block the Frog and force him to fire off removal there. Well, also, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. He's gonna get back a counterspell. Okay. I'm into it. I'm into it. Is he gonna dig for another? Well, we'll see if he has a second removal spell or not. Sora's Ransom's pretty good. It might even be worth us Lutrine our Soren's Ransom. Just to get around his... Well, we'll see. I don't think he'll swing with Frog. Find a Jace. Do I have double... Yeah, okay. I think we're going to do this on his upkeep. To make him trying to burn some cards. Do you have anything for the Lutri, or do I just get to place it? Okay. I don't think he would have rebought the counterspell if he had another one. Oh, he's gonna take our Jace. That sucks. Does he have a piece of removal for Lutri too? It's gonna suck if he does. No, he's just gonna fly the Frog. What's the point of thought? Nice. Good draw for us. We'll swing it Tam. Or try to. I don't know. We'll see. We might start another deck. I kind of want to... We have a mono-white Convoke list. With Political Triumph that I want to try. Is it even... No, I'm just going to let him take the 2 damage. He can do whatever. I assume he's just going to hardcast his Riddler here. Oh, he has Baleful Strix. Is he gonna send it at the frog or me? He's gonna send it at, or the Jace. Sends the frog at the Jace. How do I don't know. Chat, I don't know anything anymore. Finds another Tameo. We find an edict. Let's mill ourselves again. See what we hit. I mean, we can try and get rid of Tam. We find an Urboard. Might get counterspelled here. Yeah. Wow, I must say, opponent is drawing straight gas. Holy shit. They've drawn nothing but bangers. Which is why Blue Black Frog's pretty good. I'm wondering if we... Like, in this situation, it's a little odd. Or in general, I wonder if we want more, like, big card advantage. Like, expressive iteration, or consult the star charts. He's gonna buy back another counterspell. He's gonna flip his other Tameo. Gross. I mean, I don't know. We're just so down in card advantage. It's crazy. There's a counterspell. I mean, I just don't think we're not gonna out card advantage him in this scenario, and he's just gonna keep rebuying. Let's throw game 2. Jesus, dude. Like I said, banger after banger from opponent. Holy shit. Crazy. Let's bring Damnation in. Absolutely wild. Okay, we're gonna drop the Lelia. Raptor's probably fine. I want to keep some stuff. We don't have, like, a great super clean answer. I mean, I think we'd cut the Emrakul package. I think Ulamog's fine. Let's cut the Wish. Raptor can stay in. We probably want our own frog. Counterspell's fine. Flow state's fine. We want our Tameos. Duress is good. Thoughtseize is fine. Probably need our Unearths. It's just awkward, huh? Akko Taco for sure. I don't think he saw our Doomsday yet, which is good. Actually, maybe Dismember is not great. We have to cut 2 cards. Let's leave Swan out of it. Try something like that, chat. Don't know if it's great, but we're here for it. Dude, I'm telling you, they fucking love to give me Ulamog. They love the Jimmy Ulamaj. I'll take an Inquisition. We're gonna get thought seized. If he takes our sink into stupor, we just get punished. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do, chat. Oh, he brought in his own Harbingers. That's interesting. We play Harbinger in the sideboard. But we're kind of fucked. Well, I guess we have Flow State online, so if we draw a land, we're okay. But he took our sink, so we got... Oh my god, never didn't have it, chat. Never didn't have it. He's gonna play his Harbinger. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, Mana Leak's a good pickup. Let's play Jace. There's Doomsday. Off to a better start than last game. If he just wants to swing at Jace, I think that's fine for us. I guess he could save a sink to the stupor, but... There's Tam, which is also good for opponent. We find an Unearth. Let's start milling the opponent. I don't want to accidentally hit something relevant. I'll take your Thoughtseize. We can also draw our Lutri, which is nice. Is he gonna sink our Jace? Yeah. Made him walk the plank, buckos. Now, we could see a hard cast Riddler here. We could draw a Pact Negation, maybe. Deep Analysis. One draws 2 and flips Tam. Gross. Gross, 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 gross. Let's play Jace again. Try to. Does he have a force? Seems like it. Mystical Dispute. I'm gonna cycle this on Earth then. Tune the narrative. We're on a 3-turn clock. 4-turn, sorry. 3-turn. 3 turns for us to win the game, but we're not gonna do it. He has a Baffle Strix. I need a black source. We have a Tune the Narrative and a Deep Analysis. His second Riddler. Dude, these guys draw so much gas. What do I got in here? Anything good? Let's tune the narrative, see where that gets us. We find snow-covered whatever. I think we're just dead, chat. We found our mountain. Or our swamp, I should say. He gets to take us to 9 unless he has a removal spell. Oh, we got fucking Kaido'd. It's crazy how good, like, high their card quality is, huh? That game was better. we did fight our... I mean, I could have sequenced a little differently so that I could play the swamp instead of the Shelldock Isle. But at the same time, like, all I had was a Drown in the Loch there. And I would have needed a second swamp for Damnation or something. But this matchup doesn't feel that bad. Harbinger, I don't think is as big as a problem as we think it is. Because, I mean, we're playing Harbinger in our sideboard. But he, I mean, like I said, he just drew consistently and hot. So, anywho. Alright. This is match 6. What do we think so far, Yogg? Ooh, chat, not gonna lie, kind of like all of this. We're gonna keep it all. Also, my tune stopped. Badger Molt, hello. Whoa, 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 whoa. Did it just... What just happened? That was weird. I don't know. That was a weird animation. We're fine, chat. Everything's fine. Opponent's got 3 cards coming in hot. I think we might just play Lelia. He has second Badger Mole Cub. They always got the Cub, chat. 2 mana into a... another Badger Mole. Maybe. No. I don't know what's happening. Malevolent Rumble. Gunwolf, Yawgmoth, Tectonuma, Swamp. Takes the Yogg. Doesn't have combo quite yet. But that's okay. Let's swing. See where that gets us. Shelldock Isle is interesting. But it gets thrown away. He's got another Badger Mole Cub. That's his third. He gets to, what? Sack his lands, kill our Lelia. And then... I don't know. Just draw a bunch of cards. He doesn't have anything to kill us yet, but he does have Young Wolf. We'll see if he finds a Quarter Crawling. Or another Rumble. Soul Cauldron's pretty good. Or just chilling, chat. Okay, he found a chord. We'll concede to a chord. Gross. Got eaten alive there, chat. Got eaten alive. Let's bring Opposition Agent, Avengers, Surgical, and Flute. Is it argument for Harbinger here? He's also on Soul Cauldron, but I don't think I care too much. Let's drop the Lelia. Let's drop the Duress. Let's drop the Tameo. Push is fine. Flow state's fine. I don't think Edict's gonna... Do I want either Edict? I want strategic betrayal. Do we need anything out of our sideboard besides second Doomsday? I don't think so. Let's drop a wish too. We'll send it like that. Ow. Chat, I'm tired today, dude. I'm fucking excited. It's Friday. Sure. Interesting. I need double red, right? Yeah. Makes this pact a little awkward. I think I'm just gonna try and Raptor for value here and probably get disappointed. Yeah. I was disappointed, chat. Rumble. Grist, Patra. Might just take a grist here. Yes. Good. There's Mr. Mog. We're just gonna draw Lutri and swing. We coulda. It's just there's just so many lines to think about, right? Because if we played a Shelldock Isle earlier, we could have exiled. Okay, there's a Drowned Catacomb. That's pretty good. We could have played an Ulamog rather quickly. We're almost at enough mana for Lutri Pact, right? Next turn. Instant speed, too. Thran's fine. We find a mana leak. Alright, so we'll try and Lutri Pact and win that way. We'll see how that goes. He can also combo off here pretty easily if he finds his other pieces. So we might have to hold up a mana leech, but we'll see. I might just be trying to chord here. He's gonna Sephiroth. Yeah. Ouch. He doesn't have... Oh, he does have quarter mana. Awkward, chat. We're like one turn behind. He's gonna sack to kill the raptor. He's gonna try and flip Sephiroth? We'll see. Opponent rumbles and finds another Yogg. So now he can, I mean, he can flip Sephiroth, but he can't chord anymore. Alright, so we copy Tainted Pact. The first Pact has to find us whatever we want. Probably just a Jace. Put that card in your hand. No. 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 Chat, we're looking for Jace. Looking for Jace. We're looking for Jace. Where is Jace? Where is Jace? Emrakul. I don't want an Emrakul. I don't want a surgical. I don't want to consider. I don't want an unearth. I don't want a lab man. I don't want a snapcaster. I don't want that. There's a Jace. I don't think our opponent's ever seen Tainted Pact combo. Is there a faster way to do this? Do I just have to spam click? I think so. Jesus. Chat. Ugh. How many cards we got left? Not that many. Oh. Oh. Chat, it's not that bad. We put a Pact into our hand? Perfect. Nice! I mean, we have Thought Scour too, so we can instant speed just draw. Nice. Okay. Game 3, chat. That was Tainted Pact combo, so that worked out pretty well for us. We're just gonna send it back. That was our first time Tainted Pacting someone. I liked it. I liked it. Chat, did anyone start watching the Burrows like I told you to? I'm enjoying the Burrows. Seems like opponent has never ran into Pact combo before, so that was kind of interesting. I feel like Pact's it's still around. It's not that odd. Also, today, chat, I made... Have you ever had smash tacos? That's like a thing now. Or it was. Maybe I'm just a little late to the party. But like, you take like a tortilla and you smash... Or you put ground chicken and you like spread it on the tortilla and you season it. And then I put panko crumbs on mine. And then you flip it into a pan. And you heat that. Oh, you bet I did, Praven. Right? You heat it. And then you flip it. And then you fold it up. And I put Japanese barbecue sauce and Kewpie mayo and a little shredded lettuce on there. Bada bing, bada boom. Little delicious Korean-y, chicken-y, taco-y thing. Excuse me. I'm gonna try it, chat. It's not the best hand I've ever seen in the world, but we're gonna give it a shot. Cord Grist Yogg, and they got really nothing else going on. They have 2 lands. gonna take their Cauldron. You might say, why not take the Grist? Because then they just play Cauldron. And they start doing stuff. And I don't want them to start doing stuff, chat. Okay, there's our first red source. It'd be nice if, we're just gonna get comboed so fast here. Gross. Is he just gonna kill and start drawing cards? It looks like it. Gross hand from our opponent. Find a waterlogged teachings. Okay, let's start with a ponder. I might be able to pick up like a... I mean, I like all of these. Damnation's more important. Am I just dead here? Well, not entirely quite yet, but close. Chat, he saw my damnation. He hates me. What a hater. Chat, we're gonna lose this one. And that's okay. That's what we're here to do. We're here to lose. You guys don't come here to see me break the format. You say, Plum, what is this pile of fucking trash you're playing today? And I say, it's Lutri Doomsday Tainted Pact combo. Okay. We did find Tainted Pact. Should we just scare our opponent? I don't know what we're looking for. But we could scare our opponent, which is kind of funny. Oh, opposition agent would have been good. What are we digging for here, chat? Not a cut down. What do we want to find? I don't know. There's our Jace gone. There's our Force gone. There's a Reflecting Pool gone. There's our almost red source. There's our Snapcaster gone. There's everything gone. 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 How many cards you got in here? I'll take it. Drawn in the lock. Kill your Yawgmoth. Not that it does anything. He's got a Shifting Woodland and he's gonna Cord. Oh, he just got Sephiroth. I thought he would have went for like a Young Wolf first. Just try and refill his hand. But that's okay. He could also start proliferating if he wanted to. But I guess setting up a Sephiroth is better, especially when he has Woodland and whatever else ready to rock and roll. Transform Sephiroth. So, how many creatures does he have in the yard? 1, 2. So he can minus, hit us for 2, 7, kill both of these, 8, 9. So he just has to play like a couple creatures. Or no, he doesn't have a sack outlet. Rumble, Cauldron, put a counter on Yawgmoth, and now we're just dead, right? He can swing for 6. And if he sacks the Badgermole, kills this, this, and this, that's an extra 5. Yeah, we're dead. I think 2 exacties. Alright. 2 and 4. Not good. But that's okay. We did get to combo a bunch. We mainly used... what did we use? We mainly used the, what, Raptor combo? We did get the Tainted Pact against that Yogg match. But, overall, I don't know. Do we just want to try and streamline even more? Like, do we... I definitely think we need more interaction. Or just, like, early plays to stop us against the creature decks. I like the Strategic Betrayal added. I think we want to main deck, like, a Damnation or a Toxic Deluge. Or I guess we could also, like, main deck, like, Disassemble and stuff. But I'm almost... I don't know. Like, I think the Raptor package is good, right? Like, that's such a simple way to go for the Jace win. But at the same time, I almost don't even feel like we need red. Like, I almost feel like maybe we, like, cut the Raptor. We cut the Ulamog with Sheldock Isle. We cut Wish and we cut Lelia. Which also means, I mean, that also means we can cut Tune the Narrative and replace it with something else. But that's going to free up 5 slots. Well, we're assuming that's another cantrip. That frees up 4 slots. And then that leaves... what win conditions? That leaves a Jace chain. That leaves... Labman chain. That leaves an Ulamog chain. 3 win cons. What are our thoughts on that? I mean, Wish could change to, like, Mastermind's acquisition, so we still have access to Doom. I feel like having access to Doomsday in the sideboard is somewhat relevant. But we actually never really grabbed a second Doomsday, did we? So maybe we don't need second Doomsday at all. I don't know if there's a lot of games in the or a lot of I can't talk. A lot of decks in the format that we're going to have to grind to a point where we need to pull a second Doomsday out, right? Like Blue-Black Fraud, sure, Blue-White Control. But I think Fraud comes more to just down to our removal and counter spells. And then, like, hard casting Ulamog or something like that. But I also could be wrong. So maybe we strip down to Blue-Black. I guess we could also still just splash for Raptor. Off of, like, Lorien Revealeds. That also takes out Sheldock Isle. But, I don't know. I mean, I guess, we did okay against Combo. Yogg, we won a game. Like, we're okay against those, but, like, all the other creature decks that we faced, like Mono Black Devotion, Auras is Auras. Mill was nothing because we had Emrakul, so that doesn't really matter. But all these other decks just feel like we need more interaction in general. Also, we almost, like, never drew Tamiyo. So I'm thinking we just kind of streamline this lower end. I did really like Sorin's Ransom quite a bit as we were jamming there. Waterlogged Teachings never really came into play. I guess it's nice to go, like, tutor something, tutor up, like, Pact or Force when we're trying to combo. But I think for the next iteration, we might try and just really slim down the extra stuff and just try and pick 2 or 3 piles with some different iterations using, like, Thought Tower and stuff in order to fire those off. But it's also, again, it's super nice to have a 3-mana pile with Raptor. You can go off quite early. I'll have to think about it. I'll go to Discord. But anyways, that's my 2 cents. Just me talking out loud. If you made it to the end of this video and you're still watching, congrats. Thank you. But either way, this deck's very fun. I'm having a blast with trying to find all these fun Doomsday piles. Of course, there's like Jund, where we could play Cosmogoyf and Fling and stuff, which we haven't even touched on. Lutri's a super sick take on the shell. But I think we're probably better off just going straight blue-black. Also helps kind of ease the mana up a little bit too. So thank you as always for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.